Welcome in, welcome in.
So we are inflating all of the balloons in the lineup today. So we have about 30 balloons that are all being inflated by our Macy's Studios team as well as by our inflation team volunteers. A bunch of very precise trained technicians who are going to get all of these balloons inflated so they're ready to fly tomorrow morning.
And Kathleen, we know today is just a picture perfect day. Unfortunately, that's not the day we're getting tomorrow. So how does the rain factor in the plans you need to adjust? We know this is a rain or shine event though.
Yes, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade marches on rain or shine, and we are prepared for all weather that we could encounter tomorrow. We'll make adjustments to how high we're flying the balloons based on the different wind conditions that we may see. We'll monitor those wind conditions live on the parade route with anemometers along the route, and we're just ready for anything that comes our way.
And anybody coming out here, the spectators should know to leave the umbrellas at home. Come prepared for the cold weather though.
Yes, come prepared for weather, for rain. We want you to have fun, we want you to enjoy, and you don't want wet feet when you're watching the Macy's parade.
Kathleen, can you maybe we want to have you just kind of speak to what we're watching that's happening behind us. So maybe we can like move over right to the handlers over here.
Yeah, so we are looking at all of our balloons are really secured here on these blocks as they're inflated. So what you're seeing over here now, our inflation team is securing one of our balloons. We have these anchors in the street that help us make sure that our balloons are tethered down since they'll be here overnight. So all of our balloons are secure, in place, and ready to fly for tomorrow morning.
Incredible. And how are we feeling about those winds? I know Ronald McDonald here. Sometimes he can be a challenge. No diva though, of course.
No, we are ready for anything. We are prepared for multiple different wind conditions on the parade route. What we will do is we'll check the wind speed in the morning, and then we'll determine how high we can fly the balloons, and we're able to adjust that along the parade route. All of our balloon teams are trained to raise the balloons or lower the balloons as needed, so we're prepared for anything.
And just like Ronald, of course, ready to bring the smiles.
Yes, of course. We're so ready. We're so excited. It's going to be such a fun parade.
Kathleen, thank you so much. After 13 years, you still get so excited every year, and we can feel that. I know our viewers at home are excited. And we do have to talk now, though, Kay, about the weather, because we want everybody to be prepared wherever their travels take them tomorrow.
That we do. So we have Dave Price here with us, who's going to break it down for you guys to know what to expect.
Quiet and dry for travel today, but tomorrow everything changes. Chilly and wet and raw, damp, unpleasant for the parade. It's a good day to stay indoors and watch it on TV. And then after that, a big cool down into the weekend. The holiday weekend is going to be a cold one, feeling more like January. Rest of the afternoon, we'll see some clouds begin to push on in, but dry weather. The rain starts early in the morning tomorrow. Hour by hour, you can see by about 8 o'clock, it's pretty much everywhere. And to the north and west, above 1,000 feet, watch for some accumulating snow. We have advisories up posted in that area. Thanksgiving
Welcome in, welcome in. I'm recording this air balloon thing. I don't know if I missed it already. I dozed off. Trying to catch a scene live. Enjoy the next 25 minutes.
Thank you, Dave. You know it's a party atmosphere out here. You can hear Whitney Houston. I'm ready to dance.
Whitney Houston, rocket ship.
Behind the scenes look, but do not go anywhere.
Nope, the party is not over. You can check back in with us on Peacock in just a bit.
Go colors, go colors.
Thank you so much for joining us as we continue this behind-the-scenes look here on Peacock. Kate, if you've ever wondered how this magic happens, how they get these
Peacock channel, the Phoenix.
And how they get these balloons to lift off, then one of our colleagues, Linda Gaudino,
Lift off. Houston, we have a problem.
She has a behind-the-scenes look and how the magic happens. Let's take a look.
Okay guys, we are here at Macy's Studio in New Jersey, about to show you the floats at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, including 2 new ones featuring the Bronx Zoo and Rayos. The countdown begins for the 98th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. For over a year, more than 50 people on the Macy's production team have been working up to this special day. This season, 22 floats are in the lineup with 7 new ones not to be missed, including sweet surprises and a full feast. talk us through what is on your mind right now and what has been on your mind. How long does this take to plan?
We plan the parade about 18 months in advance. So we are always thinking about the next parade, the next big thing. So it takes us about 4 months to build the float. But before that, we have several months of creative ideation.
There is so much. You see kind of like the cheese and Tuscany, wine rigatoni. Does this even breathe fire for real?
This
Dragon
will
year.
breathe fire for real along the parade route. It's the first time in 100 years that it'll ever happen at the parade. The details on here, I have to give it up to my colleagues at the Macy's Parade Studio. They make magic happen for real. So we have everyone from welders, engineers, carpenters, painters, sculptors, like my concept designers that all come together to create stories and tell them very quickly.
What boy?
And how can we
What boy?
forget the iconic balloons?
There's Dora. Dorothy.
17 giant characters with about 90 handlers per balloon, which means up to 3,000 volunteers.
Is it gonna be this month? Tomorrow?
Folks got together earlier in November to learn the ropes, literally.
So, it's important that everybody come together as a team this morning to fly these great balloons. So, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to need to raise up the balloon. So the command for that is winding, just winding up, and then you're going to hear a number, 5, 10, something like that. So it's winding up, 5, 2, 3.
When you make the turn onto Central Park West, it's just a million people spreading joy. It's euphoric.
There's the
This
net.
year, 6 brand new balloons. We've got Nora with Elf on the Shelf. We've got Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse. We've got Goku, an animated sensation. We've got the one and only Minnie Mouse making her debut in the 98th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Spider-Man is also returning with a brand new balloon. And rounding out our fleet is Marshall from Paw Patrol.
Oh
How do these
shit! Best for
balloons
last,
and
Marshall.
folks travel to New York City for the big day?
But all of these floats actually have to
Marshall
be
Dragon,
packed
Marshall
down
the
to the side of the city
Dragon.
bus so that they can be on a giant convoy through the Lincoln Tunnel and make it to New York City, and then built back up so they can be ready for parade day. And then after they make their way down the parade route and stop on the star in front of Macy's, they make their way back to a massive warehouse where we collect them ready for next year.
So fun fact, there are hundreds of pounds of confetti brought to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And now you know what to expect, all the new floats and magic to see at this year's parade. For NBC New York, I'm Linda Gaudino.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Linda, for that. And y'all, we're not just finding balloons out here today. We are finding families. Folks who have come from New Jersey. We've got Texas in the house, right? Woo! And these are first-timers. Tell me, how does it feel to be out here?
Good.
Yeah. What's so good about it?
That there's floats and a huge turkey.
Turkey, guys, that's so exciting. And Kay, I got somebody who boarded a flight for the very first time to be here and not to miss this. How early was your flight, and when did you get to New York City?
So our flight took off at 5:55 and we got to New York City at about like
What's it say? 5:55.
And is this everything you hope
Yeah,
to
okay.
bring?
Matrix.
kind of.
Okay,
I haven't witnessed all of it yet.
okay. There's still more to see.
We still more to see.
The start of a New York City trip, your first trip to New York City as a family, that's amazing. So you're here on this beautiful day, perfect weather. Tomorrow it's going to be rainy for the parade, but are you coming back?
Yes.
Why, Elise?
Because I want to watch the parade and I don't care if I get wet.
And how are you getting ready for tomorrow's weather?
We're gonna wear ponchos and we got big puffer jackets because it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, and you guys are from the Houston area, correct? Mom,
Really hot.
Houston, take off.
and humid too. Mom, you're making like a bucket list item happen here, coming to the parade, seeing these balloons inflated. Why did you decide to make this trip?
I just want them to experience all the things that they can experience at a young age. So, to make memories.
And what is Anybody a Bluey fan? Okay, just you wait. Just keep walking down that way, guys. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous trip here in New York City. Thank you for stopping. Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh, great to meet you. Bye. Oh, and I get a high five. That one tells me she's taking a power nap later. Well, y'all, of course, this is an iconic event to be at. People flying in to make sure that they see the parade, they see the inflation. And I actually got to speak with a photojournalist whose entire career is around capturing moments like this. Stephanie.
Oh, check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
She gets us up
Try not to. I'm trying not to put too much on here. I get a copyright. Here's the lens.
Stephanie Keith. I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Look at Adam sign.
Any event you can think of, I've covered it. But when you are covering the Thanksgiving Day parade, you got to get up early, ready to go with some comfortable sneakers. I'd bring some water bottles, and I would definitely bring a snack so that I wouldn't have to leave the parade route for.
See, they keep showing. Look at Adam's sign there.
Very exciting. People are.
Everybody's face is happy.
Be in like the best mood. Like they just love.
The Adam's sign again. Keep showing it. Exciting people.
Last year, and
it's the phoenix, really, but the turkey though.
Right at the beginning of
the turkey's the phoenix, right? Turkey's the peacock.
This kid was from Alabama, never been to New York before, and I caught his excitement, and this ended up being on the cover of the Wall Street Journal the next day. This must be very dedicated parents.
Ooh, look at the faces for the PR holders.
Get up pretty early in the morning to get the position right next to the barricades, and you can just see from that girl's reaction in the middle how she's just.
Show that face. Show that face. Oh. Hold that bag, baby. Hold that bag.
And I just started cracking up because I was like, her face was just so classic. I like this guy because, they're all yellow and they're matching their, yellow person behind them.
Doge.
The guy's eating a banana. Like,
look at the necklace. Look at the Adam sign, Doge, the purple. Come on, man. This is the Matrix out here.
By the handler, and it's really infectious. That
there it is. Maybe this year, 24. Hopefully, it's 24. Fire department, flame on.
It lets you go behind the barriers and into the streets.
Get your eye on the prize.
Performers and right underneath the balloons. It's really one of the big perks of the profession.
And while we were talking to that family from Texas about anticipating Bluey, one of the newest balloons here at the parade, we did hear a pop. We gotta say it scared a couple of the kids. We loud bang.
Calm down. Be right back. Hold on.
Unofficially, that they can patch this up. They're gonna make it work.
The show will go on. The show will go on.
It's gonna be okay. But this is everybody's favorite blue healer, almost 6 years old and probably 800 pounds here behind us.
Yeah, so we've got to make sure that he can go up tomorrow. You can see behind us, it looks like they're making their way to patch him up to get it done. But I've never heard that before. This is now my 3rd year covering, so to hear something like that, I think a lot of people were shocked.
Balloons and you might hear that sound here, Kay.
Yeah, you all are taking over right now as they assess
here
it.
together to troubleshoot. You heard Bluey pop too, yeah. We heard that sound.
What did it sound like? Oh my gosh, well, we do want to go over to a quick family when that giant balloon popping sound happened, friends.
You were standing behind me earlier. Did you hear that pop? Did it scare you? Did it surprise you? We gotta expect that this blue healer is gonna be a part of this parade, right? Is this one of your favorite characters? Okay. You must have seen the kids' reaction to it.
I did, and I felt bad for them because I was trying to not just me, but it's struggling things, like you can expect to pop.
And I have to think, hey, we saw some tears. We want to reassure the kids that it's going to be okay. Like I said, Bluey's one of our favorites at home, too. My 2- and 4-year-olds love watching Bluey. Bluey's going to be okay, guys. Bluey is going
You see that? Something popped. Something popped.
A story that we want to share with you all more about that history, right? Because again, the
the show goes on, we've got Jen.
The show must go on for something pop. Bluey, pop.
Through the history of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So we want to bring you in more on what that's been like. But of course, the show goes on.
Yeah, this is 100 years of history, and Jen walks us down memory lane. We're outside the Macy's Studios here in New Jersey, a place where artisans, carpenters, and countless other professionals get together to create and make the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade a reality. But have you ever wondered how it all began? Let me take you on a deep historical dive of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This beloved tradition started Thanksgiving Day 1924, but back then it was known as the Macy's Christmas Parade. While the event was a way to boost holiday sales and highlight the new Macy's store in Herald Square, the parade's connection to immigrant communities is strong but rarely talked about.
It really started, and this is really moving, by some mostly immigrant, recent arrivals, employees, staff from Macy's, that they wanted to organize this parade to celebrate not only their heritage, but also their new Americanness.
Believe it or not, the first few parades look different than the ones we are used to seeing.
Let's see, a new America, a new America. Something's happening.
Animals from the zoo, and which is like
Christmas.
us today, it's like crazy.
Christmas parade. That's where they get it from. That's where we get the Christmas tree, maybe from the bearable guy. Christmas parade. Thanksgiving? Come on, man. Let's go tomorrow, man. Let's go.
Fast forward to 1927, when the iconic balloons were first introduced. Felix the cat was the very first one
Look at Pac-Man.
and it was a Guatemalan iconic piece of the annual event.
When Macy's decided that they were not gonna do live animals on the streets again, they hired a great immigrant
Oh, it's the bear right there. Sorry.
puppet master. His name is Tony Sarg. Was Tony Sarg, and Mr. Sarg was at the avant-garde.
The puppet master, the guy in the strings. Dun, 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 dun.
And so he's the one that came up with the idea of having these big, originally oxygen-filled balloons in 1927 that in fact are like upside-down marionettes. Remains very impressive engineering feat.
Back then, parade organizers did not deflate the balloons. Instead, they were released into the air. A return address was provided, and a reward was offered to those that returned the balloons.
Rewards.
I would imagine releasing them didn't always go as planned, with some landing in the water. But it was a scary incident involving a balloon and an airplane wing in 1932 that put a stop to this practice.
Animals.
While the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is as ubiquitous as turkey and pumpkin pie, it turns out that the parade was
Pumpkin
actually
pie.
suspended during World War II to rationing certain items like helium and rubber. However, it picked up again, and over the years, the parade has become a treasured tradition of the Thanksgiving holiday.
So there are over 5,000 volunteers that participate in the parade, and they are all Macy's employees, friends, and family that all come together to celebrate the holiday. So we think that that tradition is what really keeps us going.
Pretty cool, right? There you have it, the history of the Thanksgiving Day Parade and how the immigrant communities helped shape the tradition into what it is today.
A true American and New York City story.
And we are here live in front of it all. We've got Minnie, Ronald, Bluey, and right to the left of us, we've got SpongeBob SquarePants, who, by the way, is the first square balloon ever to debut at the parade. Yeah, of course, and they're inflating him, as you can see. And then down there is Dora the Explorer, making her return for the first time in 15 years. So very active still.
Dora.
You can take a look at this.
The Atom Ball.
Here, these helium hoses go off as
There's
they,
Rex.
Bring SpongeBob to life. He's got netting.
Having a new beginning like the dinosaurs.
Bottom, but to keep him in place, and also sandbags to make sure that this balloon goes nowhere before they need him to star in this parade. But we've been watching these volunteers work all day for a large balloon like SpongeBob. It could take something like 8 hours to fully fill with helium. I think you can hear that noise here.
They're there. They look like they're making it work. And interestingly enough, funny, before Jersey, which I noticed JV, she mentioned earlier, Jen. So really tri-state representing today.
And this is by the numbers, 5,000 volunteers, 22 balloons, including 6 brand new ones making their debut, 34 floats, 11 marching bands, 700 clowns, bring in the clowns. That's what we can expect at the parade. And then we've got the people who have traveled from near and far to be here and to celebrate. Guys, before we go, what do you want to say?
Happy Thanksgiving! We're from Minnesota. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving! Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 8:30 on NBC.
Damn, I missed the beginning of it. I was trying to catch the beginning of it. It was very important, but
And do you know how
we caught a little bit of it.
wages in the U.S.? While there is a federal minimum wage, states also control their
So
own
for now,
wages.
happy
To
Thanksgiving.
understand your
I'm gonna
state's
see if I can
minimum wage
catch the
purchasing
beginning
power,
of
here's
that.
how many Oreos
It
you
was
can
the
buy at
beginning of the balloon
$4.99
inflation. I'm gonna
from
see if I can
Target
find it
after working for
online.
1 hour in different
But
states
definitely gonna
getting
go
paid
over it.
minimum wage.
Definitely crack the
Depending on where you
code.
work in Georgia and Wyoming, you
Get
can
some
earn as little
silver.
as
Get some silver.
$5.15 per hour.
I
which
promise
would
you,
roughly
the
get
video
you
that I'm
one
going to
18-ounce
bring
pack
is
of
going to
Oreos
blow
that
your
contains
mind.
45 cookies. If you live in one of these states and